you. I am Kim Severn. I am an instructor here at UCCS in the Counseling and Human Services Department. I coordinate the Human Services BA right now, and I also teach many of the classes in the major. So this semester I have a GPS or a freshman seminar class. I also teach the Intro to Human Services class, an ethics class, and our fieldwork class. So our you get to go and practice all the skills that you've learned. And then Joey is also here presenting with me if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, I'm Joey Tapia Fusile. I am also an instructor in the Counseling and Human Services Department. I teach across the master's and the undergraduate BA in Human Services. The courses I teach in the Human Services are group dynamics and group process. So it's really focused on how to facilitate groups, how to work with multiple people at once. It's a really fun class. And then the other two are interviewing and mediation skills. So there you're also learning a lot more skills about how to deal with conflict, how to gather information. And then the other one is also a fieldwork course for folks who are doing their practicum is what it's called, their hours outside of the university. So also similar to what Kim shared, where you get to practice all your skills and get wonderful support from us as faculty.
We're going to get started and kind of tell you a little bit about this BA. It is a new bachelor's degree here at UCCS, and we have just finished our first full year of having the major. It was a minor for 5 years before that, and so most of our core classes have been offered for quite some time. And several of them count for your Compass curriculum, which I'm sure in another session they'll go over what all of that means. But I just want to tell you a little bit about human services. So the way I think about it is human services is any kind of helping profession. So it's like the umbrella for maybe counselors or social workers or psychologists or people that work in the medical profession. Like it could just really encompass any kind of helping profession. You do work with individuals, so one-on-one, you work with families, and you work in communities or different organizations. And what is a little bit unique about this bachelor's degree is you get the theory. So like if you were to major in psychology, you get the theory and you're learning all about humans and what makes us tick, but also you're getting a lot of hands-on practice of the skills that you're learning. And then it just really helps you to work with those individuals and families and communities to help to make change. So a little bit, put all these up here for you, a little bit about the program. It does help all of our students to, like I said before, work with individuals and work with communities. So this could mean maybe you work in for like Department of Human Services. Maybe you are an intake worker or case manager, or maybe you work at Peakview or Aspen Point and you help out with an art therapy group or something like that. So these are helping jobs that you can have with a bachelor's degree. So you're not a licensed counselor, that would be a master's degree or above, but you are absolutely working with a lot of those same individuals. We also, like I mentioned, one of the classes that I teach is ethics. So that's a big piece of working with other people, is that we want to make sure that we are doing what is best for them. You'll learn a lot about problem solving and communication skills, which, as it states here, are things that are highly valued by employers. It is interdisciplinary, which basically just means that you're learning a lot of different things from a lot of different areas that you can apply across a broad spectrum of careers. and really working on those relationship building skills like Joey talked about with the group dynamics and the mediation class. And again, to help the client to work with families or on a project or in the community or an agency. So I talked about this a little bit. Sorry, this slide's a little bit redundant. The profession of human services. Like I said, it's like that umbrella. Think of all those helping professions that are underneath that, really just working on our relationships with others and how we can help them to be their best selves. A lot of times when people come in to see a counselor or a social worker or someone in a helping profession, there's maybe something going on in their lives that isn't exactly what they want it to be. And so we get to help them to figure out what that is and how to best walk alongside them to help them. We do also talk about understanding different perspectives. So especially, I'm going to bring up my ethics class again. We talk about a lot of really difficult things, and we all come from different backgrounds and different perspectives. And so it's important for us to understand not just where we come from, but where other people come from as well. I like this last bullet where it talks about that we help people with prevention, intervention, and recovery. So within the major, you can choose an area of emphasis. So you still have it's a Bachelor in Human Services, but you can have an emphasis area that is Certified Addiction Counselor, Military and Veteran Support Specialist, Career Services, Student Affairs, which is working on a college campus, or General, which means you get to take a class in all of those different areas. And then Joey is going to talk to us about all of these areas.
Yes. So as Kim mentioned, there are different emphasis areas based on your areas of interest. So the way these are built are really to help you identify what path you want to take. You can definitely look at getting a general degree in human services, but if there's an area that you're really passionate about and fits kind of what you're looking for as a career path, you can definitely add the emphasis area so that you have that specialization upon graduation. So one of those are certified addiction counselors. What's great about the bachelor's program is we do have the coursework that makes you eligible to either become a certified addictions technician or certified addiction specialist. And those are certifications that you can hold and work in the field with. So this is just a list of an example of some of the courses that we offer within the emphasis area. As you can see, you get a lot of specialized kind of training and understanding of addictions, what it looks like in treatment, skills as it relates to that, pharmacology, so understanding medications, understanding drugs and how that impacts addiction, as well as motivational interviewing, which is another skills-based course, which is awesome and fun. You get an introduction to the counseling profession, and it just kind of layers your understanding trauma. So folks who are really passionate about working in the field of addiction, this can definitely be a route for you. And then our next one is our military and veterans support specialist. So again, based on your passions, we can really find a way to make what you're wanting to get out of your educational experience worth it, right? Matter. And sometimes it's, if you are a veteran yourself or have family members that are veterans or just are passionate about working with veterans or active military personnel, this is an additional specialty or emphasis area that you can also look into. So again, these are some courses that are involved in that emphasis area. You understand, again, that motivational interviewing kind of goes across. It's very important. Understanding systems, so family systems within military populations, how that looks like, career assessment, the resiliency, emotional intelligence. You really get a well-layered experience in understanding military and veterans' needs. And then again, we'll have another one, I promise. This one's our certified career specialist provider. So let's say you're really passionate about helping folks plan their careers, identify appropriate paths for either education or just vocational type of experiences. This could be an area of emphasis as well. So again, that you can see a different variety where career planning, assessment, and transition, the understanding public and welfare policy, and just some of you'll see some of the courses are involved in all emphasis areas, but there will be specialized ones for each emphasis. So this could also be another one if you want to work on a college campus or working in a career center in some, either corporation or an organization. This could also be an opportunity, another one. And there's another one. Student affairs and higher education. So what's fun about this emphasis, and I say fun because not a lot of people know what student affairs is. You kind of get an introduction when you start college. But this emphasis area kind of gives you an entry point to what it's like to work on a college campus, what it's like to support students through either developing programs or engagement, just a variety. There's so many things involved. So these are also some of the courses that are that you can take within this emphasis area. It's wonderful too. The College of UCCS also, College of Education within UCCS also has the Student Affairs Master's Program. So if this was a passion of yours and you wanted to pursue this at the master's level, you could at UCCS. So yeah. If you go ahead, Kim.
Bet.
And just something to mention about the general human services. What I love about the general human services as well, let's say you weren't sure about an emphasis area, but you kind of wanted to take something in every single emphasis that we offer, you kind of have to graduate. So you'll take a class in each emphasis area. So let's say you're not sure about working with the addiction population, you'll take one class in there to kind of get an understanding of what that looks like. Same for the military, same for student affairs, and same for career. So when we say you get a well-rounded kind of experience in your education within human services, we talk about career options. This is what we can anticipate.
Did we lose Joey? I don't know if I lost.
Encourage students. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I lost you for a couple seconds.
Oh no.
No, go ahead. I don't know if it was me or you, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was me. I think I just got notified of poor connection. I'm sorry.
So maybe talk about this slide or whatever you just talked about.
Yes. So when it comes to careers, we have, different opportunities, and I want you to know when it comes to your passion, that's what we care about. And that's what we try to figure out in terms of how we can plug you into something that is most appropriate. And some of that you learn through the fieldwork experience. Every human services student takes a practicum course. So it's just really hands-on experience in the field. And Kim will talk about one opportunity within our department, and then also in the community, there's just several different options. So we really try to help you find your path. And truly, if you're looking at working for nonprofits or for-profits or other types of organizations, there's just a plethora of opportunities depending on your interest area.
Awesome. And here is that slide. So one of the options that you have, and this, so you can see at that bottom bullet, so Counseling 4950 is the fieldwork course that all of our majors and our minors have to take. So on campus, we have a way for you to earn all of the hours that you need for your fieldwork course, and that is through a mentor program called Campus Connections. And so this is a program that started at Colorado State University, and they have been doing it for about 10 years. We started Campus Connections here at UCCS about a year and a half ago. And so we've done it for 3 semesters, and it's just a blast. So what we do is we bring middle school students. We hope to eventually expand to have high school students too, but right now it's middle school students from District 11, District 2. We're in talks to maybe have some kids come from Manitou. And so they come to campus and they spend an evening with us. And so they get one-on-one homework help. They all get to eat a family-style dinner. They get to walk around campus and check it out. And our students like love to share. I had English in this building, or come look at this cool thing in the engineering building. And then after that, there's some fun pro-social activities that happen. So it's on Thursday nights, and like I said, you get all your hours, so it's 6 hours long, but you get everything you need for your fieldwork course all in that one night. We do a lot of training of our mentors, and which just includes, all of those things that they need to know to be able to work with middle schoolers and understand or remember what it was like to be a middle schooler. And we talk about child abuse and suicide and all of those, poverty, all those different things that might impact the youth that we're working with. It is for a whole semester. So the first 3 weeks of the semester are training, and then the middle schoolers are on a campus for 12 weeks. And it is a 3-credit class. So that is one option for your practicum. And then, like Joey mentioned, if you wanted to do something more geared towards military or the VA, we can help to arrange for that. Or if you are wanting to work on your addictions certifications, we can help to arrange a place for you to do that. Same with we call it SAHI, so that's the student affairs portion. You can actually take a different class that gives you a field work on campus. So you're working with one of the departments here on campus. So, and I think that was my last slide. Yep, because how do you get involved was actually our campus connections piece. So Joey, did you have anything you wanted to add? And then we could actually go into questions if you'd like.
No, I think you covered it.
Okay. Well, I am going to stop sharing. There. So what questions do you have for us? You're welcome to type them in the chat if you would like to.
I think one question that I saw come in was someone was wondering what they could be doing now as a high school senior to prepare for a human services degree.
That's a great question. So I used to be a school counselor here in Colorado Springs. So there are a lot of really amazing opportunities for you to volunteer if you wanted to do something with a hospital or any of our nonprofits. We have a great organization called Inside Out that helps with our LGBTQ plus community and actually being a mentor, so the same kind of thing. But I would just say seek out any like volunteer kind of things that puts you in contact with people, because that's what human services is all about.
I would agree, because that also will let you know if that's an area that you want to continue to pursue. Because maybe you find out, maybe I can't work with people in the ways that I want to. How else might I be able to? So that can also be helpful.
Yeah, I had several of the people who did the fieldwork course a couple semesters ago worked downtown with the homeless population, and there's lots of great volunteer opportunities down there, or even working with animals. That can be really neat too. You could be a peer counselor at your high school, start a club, random acts of kindness club, or whatever you want to do. I think that would give you great experience.
And another question was, what do students typically struggle with the most in their classes?
Oh, in general, since COVID, it has been, I'm sure you all are experiencing these same things, but it's having the strength basically to be online for all of those hours and to pay attention and to be engaged. And those of us that want to be helpers, we are people, and it's hard being online and not being able to be in person with people. I do see a lot of my students who start to feel overwhelmed by maybe the amount of work, or how it's, especially in like that freshman sophomore year where things tend to be due like right at midterm and then again at the end of the semester. One of the things that we talk about in the freshman in GPS, which everyone will take, is how to manage that, how to, plan around that and not get in those holes, or where you're feeling super stressed. Anything you'd add, Joey?
Definitely the burnout with being on the screen for so long, and also to I say the amount that people have to balance at home. Given that people are at home, there's a lot more distractions, there's a lot more things happening at times. You're being pulled away for so many other reasons now than before. So that also creates some issues with just being on time with assignments, just being fully present in class. It just, it becomes a little bit tougher. So finding ways to manage that is definitely the goal.
Yeah, and I will tell you, and I'm sure Joey would agree with me, that as a professor, we just want you to reach out because we're here to help. And I have students all the time who say, hey, this weekend is crazy. Can I turn it in on Wednesday? And it's like, yeah, absolutely, turn it in on Wednesday. So I think, we're here for you. We want to make sure that everyone is successful, and not every professor is lenient as I am, but they want to work with you. They really do. And we have great supports here on campus.
All right, well, I think that wraps it up for us tonight, unless there's anything else you want to share with us about the program, but we are very excited about the Human Services major and what it has to offer our students.
No,
I think I would, I just wanted to say, if there's any questions or whatnot, please feel free to reach out to Kim and I. We are very open to, answering any other questions you might have, and just making sure that you get an understanding of what the major has to offer.
Absolutely. And I was just going to say thank you for coming. And I always love talking about the major. I wish that it would have been around when I was going through my undergrad. I did sociology, which was still cool. But if I could have had human services before I became a counselor, that would have been awesome.
All right, well, thanks again for tuning in, and especially joining us for one more Zoom session, everyone. We hope you have a great night, and these are real people and we're here to help. So thank you so much, and let us know if you need anything.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye, guys.